I'm gonna do to it. It ain't even fast yet, baby. I'll meet you back at the shop. This is a very good week. You know why? Because we actually sold that car, and I am gonna be getting all the parts list together for us to pre-order it for it so we can get that built, because the guy is gonna drive it back to Colorado Springs. Also, I'm gonna show you the Grand Canyon right here in Illinois. It's actually in my building. It's the Grand Canyon of parts. If you guys need parts, really, seriously, contact us, get a hold of us, 262 Hot Rods, tell us what you need. I should probably get rid of some stuff. I probably got whatever you need. The problem could be finding it. Also this week you're gonna meet the Daltons, and they are an awesome family that have a 70 AAR Cuda that was lost and found. You gotta see the story to kind of get it. It's really, really cool. But the most important thing for me is to get the #1 car, the #1 Chevelle, back on its chassis. Gosh, it's been like a wrestling match, you know, it's like Dick the Bruiser and the guy, it's going on the car. It's gonna be a big week. So hang with us. Hope you like it. If you're new, subscribe, like, do that YouTube type of thing. All right, peace out. Go to work on the car. Gotta go. Not bad. Dang, it almost fits. Remember prototype #1? Beautiful firewall already finished. The job cuts it apart. No, we're actually putting in our aftermarket, our beautiful, our well-designed prototype #1 aftermarket transom. How many A-bodies did we just look at?
Five different versions.
So we looked at 5, looking for like what it come like from the OEM. Everyone was different, and these are nice cars.
Yeah.
So this is the original panel that was in that '69 Chevelle, right? And this big bulbous area here, we really don't think looks like it was done by General Motors. If you look close, and you can see the seam sealer in here, and you can see the way it's kind of butched into there. I would have a hard time believing that GM did it that way. It's a nice modification, and there's nothing bad to say about the way they got it to lay in there. And maybe it is OEM, but the other cars, the other 5 cars don't match it. So it's interesting. It was a nice quality job, but I don't really think that that's the way it came from the factory. So therein lies the problem with mounting in a universal tunnel. So what we're doing here is actually making a template, you know, a fabric template on the curved pieces, and that is a buck that we're putting together. And then you make the fabric template. So this is glued to here for now. So anyways, you cut that, and then you got a template that goes on the sheet stock so you can plasma cut it out. That is the low-tech version of 3D scanning. But that's the bottom side, Jeff? Or is that the side that's important? Is this the top side?
I gotta clarify. I don't like getting confused.
So it's actually pre-bent 3 different times. So this is the piece you keep, right? You cut your sheet flat stock from, then you make your template, and then you make a buck, and you do your final assembly work to the buck. That way you know all the shape and the form's gonna be right. Kind of cool, huh? So she's stitched in there. The next thing we're gonna do is we'll put seam sealer on it, and it's fully welded on the bottom, stitched on the top. Then we'll do seam sealer on it, do a little body work on it, and then we will start putting in the Dynamat. Let's go to the other shop and see how my chassis is coming. Come on. I photoshopped up in Illustrator kind of what I was thinking of the different lay of the shock, because as you change the angle of the shock, it'll side load it a little bit, but it actually, like if you move it 25 degrees, it'll actually decrease the spring rate by about 20 degrees, if that makes sense. I'll go into it later. You see this? This is the template we've made now to go on the new, what are we gonna call this device, Jeff? Come here, let's just zoom right in, right here. Let me show them what it's gonna look like. Come here. Basically gonna go right about there. And what does it do, you ask, is gives this shock the ability to mount in different locations. Nicely done, Jeff. That's good, man. So not really a big fan of mounting the shocks and the springs at the end of where the spring perches are. It brings the leverage point farther back. And when I was doing that, I got to thinking, I was like, what if we actually drop the angle of the shocks? What that would do is it would give more leverage, and essentially it would decrease the spring rate. So in English, in really simple terms, if you adjust them to go inward, it'll soften the ride in the back. And so if you go to the drag strip, the thing will squat and it'll launch. So this is my prototype on my first car. So why not just go ahead and try and get a little creative with it. But right now, I took the springs off of it. I've remounted the shocks onto it. We made the bar. Let me show you. And it goes all the way across here, boom, right? And then these are adjustable mounting holes for the shocks. And what I gotta do is I gotta run it through its full range of travel at the innermost part and the outermost part, and I gotta measure the angle of the shocks as you do it. So this angle is what I'm trying to capture. So 57 degrees in the total compressed position. 65, 66. Well, 57, write that down. 57 to 64. So really it only changed 5 degrees in this position. But we got full clearance, so now get back to you in a minute. Jeff, let's swap this out, huh? All right, rip it out. So now you can see the angle of the shocks is much higher, much more upright. Let's get a measurement on that real quick. We call it 77 degrees. 20 degrees of angle more in the outmost position than in the upright position. That's a lot. That's a lot. This position right here is neutral. Why do you say neutral? Because that's exactly where the other manufacturers, whether it's Hotchkiss or QA1s, had their shocks mounting to it to the same thing. So my neutral position is where everybody else kind of put it. Now it can go upright for like road racing, and then you can lay it down for a nice soft takeoff on the drag strip. Or you just put it in the neutral position where everybody else, it depends on what you like to drive, man. It's a whole new dimension in managing your suspension. The suspension dimension. Cut this back on both sides, right?
If you like.
And get back into here so you can weld it top and bottom.
I thought so as
You know
well.
what I mean?
I did.
Are you gonna TIG that or MIG it?
I'm probably gonna both. I'll do a TIG and a MIG, and then I'll do a jig.
Wow! Mark, get it? This is what it's looking like as it's getting done, but that's what it looks like before you do it. Okay, get out of here. Don't bring this stuff. So a lot of people use undercoating to cover up problems. Not cool. But we went all the way on this bad boy, and took it all down on the bottom, epoxy primed it, and now it's getting a Raptor liner that absorbs sound. It's a sound deadener. It'll protect the bottom epoxy paint. Will be able to get damaged. So it's a really nice finished product underneath. That's the things you can do when you get the body off the chassis. Okay, next we get that paint and that epoxy primer on that chassis so we can get it prepped to put the engine and transmission back on it and all the suspension, and then we can get it ready to roll over to the other hot rod shop just down the road. At the other shop, we have been working on the body to get it just prepped and just right. We've epoxy primed that as well. We've also taken the Raptor liner, Raptor liner, and we have coated the bottom of the car, not to cover anything up, but to give it a nice sound insulation, deadener, right? And a little bit of a thermodynamic insulation. So as we bring the car and the chassis back together, all we gotta do is drop a couple plumb bobs from the body down to the chassis, get it lined right back up, and then slowly get it to nest back together. Ran into a little bit of an issue with the placement of the location of the shifter. Not a big deal. We actually just made a new device that goes over the top of it, and what's really cool for that is it's gonna make it easier to service in the future. It's amazing how things just kind of come together. This thing is looking awesome. This is my original cartridge factory where not my original, my third. It was the first building I bought where I actually built the cartridges. Anyways, 2 big buildings, and I'm gonna show you my Grand Canyon of parts, and it's a long way, so you have to hang with me. This area here, by the way, is all winter storage. So we do a lot of storage for people. We're clearing it out, getting it prepped and ready. That's all my cars on that side. You can see that I was heavily into electronics, like my own personal Ace hardware. Think about it like that. I'm kind of a hoarder. I like to save everything. Doesn't matter what you want to move, I can move it. Lots of fallout parts of my past. You need an intake manifold, aluminum heads, big block aluminum heads, snowflake heads. Need a gas tank, need a bumper. Need a trans? Oh, fresh in machine. Big block. I'm liking it. More transmissions, some pistons, more transmissions. Hey, you need a transmission, there's more transmissions. Then we come into my motors. Now that's a beaut. I don't know why I saved that one. Not quite sure. Small block Chevy, 67, 327. I got some cores here. If they're rare, because when they come in, I kind of can figure out what they are or what they're not. If you need anything, look at Chris. Hey, Chris. What are you doing?
Getting a ladder?
Nice scooter.
Thanks. It's way easier on the feet and the legs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fast. Nice bearings in there.
That's Chris. He's so busted. He's probably just messing around. It's easier on the legs, you know. I mean, it's a big building, don't get me wrong, but that is not planned. I got motor stuff. I got a lot of stuff. There's motors parked along the edge, Murph. 454 over there. Pull out. One that was windowed. That one was actually blown right through the side of the block. But I kept all the parts. I don't know why sometimes. Because it's like I can't. Like if there was a hoarder of like cars and parts, it might be me. We could start a new show. Notice he doesn't have a scooter anymore. Man, there is so much stuff. You see up even at the top? Good Lord, Murph. Look at this one. Don't put the name in here. Very famous cat. This is a 66 Shelby that we are going to be ripping completely apart. We just got the job like last week. I don't know when we're gonna start on it. That'd be Pete's job. I sold this to Lisa about 6-8 years ago. She loves this car. Formula, teal, 400, 4-speed, what a car. AC, tack on the hood. Nice car. There's Mancow's car. Anyways, we're just finishing filling this up with storage. I got tires, I got rims, I got, it's like I call it my Grand Canyon of parts. More parts of my hoarding problem. Thank God we got a lot of real estate, right? Need a carburetor? Each carburetor has a serial number on it, so you can tell actually what it was used for when they're from the OEM. Not necessarily the aftermarket highlight so much, but everybody needs a bread rack. A few carburetors, got a couple motors. 351 Windsor, gonna sell that. F85 63 all aluminum V8. Yeah, if you're interested in parts, you need something, send us a message. I might just have it, and you might just get it from me at a good deal. I got so much stuff. At some point in time I will clean it up, but this is a lot cleaner than it was 2 years ago. This might have been my sweater at one point in time. Like 1980s calling and wants its sweater back. Oh, a rain suit. I can't throw that away. It'll work. Is it hard to throw things away for you? This is a perfectly good golf jacket. It's Nike. I take that one. I'm not right in the head. I better get back to work. Go work on the cars. Stop garbage picking. Perfectly good rain jacket. Come on, let's go. Hey! 2 fork trucks.
Just buried.
Right? So reach out if you need something. Not my snowmobile. Look at the snow pony. That's cool. 1972 snowboard. Come on. Don't worry about the spare parts. Come on. I gotta go back and look at the hot rod shop. Bet you there's something cool in there. Hold on. Ah! Come on. Let's go. You gotta check this out. We are surprising Mike and Kathy Dalton. That's the mom and dad of Bob Dalton. It's actually got the 70 Cuda in here. Mike Dalton thinks he's going in to buy a new car at the Ray Chevrolet guy at Ray Scarpelli. Good guy. We actually worked with them to secretly have the car in back, like in their service area, and then we're gonna actually say, you can buy this one, or we got this one too for sale. We go, boom. Got some family, some friends there. It's gonna be really cool. And come on, I got to show you something. In the trunk, I had his dad and the son put their handprints in it, and then I got my buddy Rick putting some paintwork on it. I just wrote a little inscription. This car's going today. Today's great. Isn't that cool? Anyways, here's what it says. It goes, these hands will stand the test of time, always recalling the love shared on these four wheels. The plum crazy Daltons. Isn't that cool? Come on, you gotta check out. We're gonna deliver that car today. How cool is that? Bob's never even driven this thing. You know,
I mean, the last time I drove it, it was a smoky, rattling mess with one seat and a hole in the floor.
well, I drove it today. It didn't find out.
Wow, this is a hell of a feeling.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's good.
It rides nice, doesn't it?
What do you think your dad's gonna say when he drives it?
I don't know that there's going to be much words. It's probably going to be a couple of tears, some laughs.
The moment is right here. They're gonna actually get to see this car in like minutes. I'm so excited. How cool is that? This is Ray. What's up, man?
I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
I'm a shop sauce.
I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Nice to see you guys.
Hello, Mike.
How you doing, guys? I'm great. Pleasure to meet you guys. How are you? Nice to meet you guys.
And they're interested in a couple cars. You're looking for. Are you looking for the Challenger or the Charger?
Mopar, I hear you. I love the smell of Mopar in the morning. It smells like victory. You know what I mean? Speaking of victory, I wanted to show you the only car, okay, muscle car that's all-wheel drive. 18 speakers. This car's fantastic.
And then don't you got a white one in back?
I got a white one in back too. Come on. Besides being a sales manager, my other title is unofficial tour guide as well. So, you wear many hats. Yes, many hats. Many hats. We got one special one to show you.
Yes, we do.
The best car.
Come on, guys.
Get out there. Wow. Look at that.
Oh, go check it out. It's got a nice warranty on it.
Yeah, it's got the taillight warranty on it. Is that what you're telling us?
Of course.
Oh man. I know you'd rather be at work, but
Come take the seat.
jump in.
Well,
Keys are in it. Come here, Dad.
oh, you started well.
You remember how to adjust it? This
No,
It's over here. There you go. Now it's all the way back.
now it's back. Oh man,
Just like old times.
wow.
Pretty good, huh? Did you
Beautiful.
all right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, Bob, you did okay.
Fired up.
Wow, wow, wow.
Do you remember how to drive it?
Kind
figure out how to turn the jukebox on. Sound cool or what?
Oh my god, it's gorgeous. It's just like it was, huh? Yeah?
Pretty much, yeah.
How'd that feel?
Felt good.
Oh,
Feeling good. He got me. I did not see this coming. He got me.
both of us. Are you kidding?
This is just so awesome. You did a beautiful job on
It's gorgeous.
the roof.
There's nothing else. There's no other words for it.
Thanks, Ray.
Hey, no
How
problem, man.
cool
No
was that?
problem.
Letting us use the dealer
That's great, man. Thank you. I'll do it anytime, man. Anytime, honestly.
How cool is that? Donnie, where are you at? I know. Yes, you want, come here. It's all in the family. Hi. Oh man, we had a ball. How cool is that?
Amazing.
I'll tell you what, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when we're watching
Yeah,
your
that
mom
was.
and dad get in the car. How cool is
That
that? No, I just hope it makes it back. Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhoods, isn't it, kids? You know, won't you be mine? Could you be mine? What did he say? Hello, picture, picture. You know what? I like the sweater. Get off me. I found it in the Grand Canyon of parts. It was cool. I got the car together. Told you I could pull it off. That's a big deal. Also, I really hope you enjoyed the Daltons. Isn't that cool? All right, next week's big week. I'm putting the creature comforts. I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. Creature comforts, like the drivability. I'm all about drivability of these cars. Selected tire sizes, rim sizes. I already figured out the brakes, obviously, and the engine and the trans. But now we want it to be a heel-toe driving car. I'll explain what that is next week. Also next week, we are going to introduce you to the Cayman Camaro. It's a Camaro that we are retro building for a guy. It's another good story, man. It was his brother's car. We're building it, and he is going to come in, meet with us, and go over the details on it, and we're going to be shipping it to the Cayman Islands. Thinking I should deliver it myself, especially in winter. Seeing that we have orders coming in for our Chevelles, I better get to finishing the construction on that wall at the other building in the factory. Got a lot to cover next week too. It's a lot in a week, dude. Cars, building, Cayman Islands. It's a lot. Build a factory. Okay, I gotta go. Enjoy your week. Peace out.